forget about being right. This is a tough one, guys. Especially if you're someone with a lot of pride like I have, and you think you're kind of a smart guy and you're a strong-willed guy, this can be really, really tough. This is another one like breaking rapport that I see people fuck up all the time, especially in just normal social interactions. People will get into arguments about, and an argument is always about being right. It's never about that actual point, okay? It might be about the point for maybe the first 5 seconds, but the second ego gets involved, it's about being right. And if you want to be right, then sales is not the job for you. Instead of focusing on being right, you need to focus on getting results, okay? If you want to be right, that's fine, but it's very expensive. Instead of focusing on being right, you got to focus on getting paid, and getting paid is closing the deal, and closing the deal is doing what you have to do to close that deal. There's no place for hubris in sales, because sales is seduction. Sales is adapting yourself to what the person wants so that you can get what you want, which is getting paid. Or if it's picking up a girl, getting sex or whatever, right? She might say something that you don't agree with, and you don't have to argue about that. You don't have to be right. Right? You can let things go. Being right, being indignant, being offended are all irrelevant. All that matters is accomplishing your objectives. So admit when you're wrong, when it's the best move for the situation, even if you're not. Like, even if a client is they're upset about something, and you have to say, okay, I understand that, maybe I wasn't clear enough with you and I apologize for that. Even if you were clear and the guy was just too dumb to understand. Right? Getting into an argument is not going to advance your position. And that's the difference between an amateur and a professional. The professional is always focused on the result and will do what it takes to get there within ethical boundaries. I never want you guys to lie to the person and sell them a bunch of bullshit. This isn't a Jordan Belfort seminar. Okay? If you want to feel good about yourself, you have to try and keep your ethics as much as possible, but forget about being right. Next point, product is 80% of success. This is something you won't hear in any sales training seminar, and I can tell this to you because I'm not selling you any sales-based product. I'm not a sales trainer, thank God, and I don't have to tell you on selling being terrific and enjoying life in sales, because chances are you're in sales, you're not going to enjoy your life. Some guys really love it, but the vast majority of guys would do anything to get out of sales. Every sales guy that I talk to is always looking for a new job, looking to move up into management so they can get off the phones, or looking to start their own business. Product is 80% of sales, and that's the truth, okay? I once had a debate with a colleague who was indoctrinated into the sales philosophy and was always reading the books, and he couldn't understand why his sales numbers dropped. And I explained to him it's because management put him on a garbage product. We had some products in that company that sold themselves and some products that were horrendous. And we're going to die within the next year or two. And he was really beating himself up. And he told me a great salesman can sell anything. Standard sales brainwashing. And I asked him, how would your numbers be if you had to sell dog shit? If you literally had to call up businesses and try and sell them dog shit that you were going to send them through the mail. And I asked him how his numbers would be. And he gave me this blank look for about 5 seconds, and this big smile burst onto his face. 0%. You would close nothing except for maybe like that one guy who was a joker. You're not going to close any business. It's impossible. Okay? It's impossible to close selling human dog shit to businesses. It's impossible to meet your sales numbers doing that. With that said, you're selling the new iPhone, okay? Anybody can sell the new iPhone, right? I can call up anybody in the world and I got the new iPhone for half price, assuming that they trust me, and I'm like, it's not a scam. I'm going to be selling, I'm not going to have enough demand or enough products to fill that demand, right? I can't imagine how easy it would be, when Apple first released the iPhone, how badly their salesmen crushed their numbers that year. It must have been an absolute decimation because that thing can sell itself. Everyone wants the new iPhone, right? So the reality is products account for about 80% of your success. If you're selling the 97 Palm Pilot, you're going to starve. You're selling the iPhone 6, iPhone 7, iPhone 9, whatever the fuck the new one is, you are going to be very rich. The best way to increase your income is to work for the best company with the best product. You can start in a call center where the maximum amount that the top guy makes $60,000. Okay, you're making 300-400 calls a day for $60,000. Shitty, hard way to earn a living. Very, very hard environment, but great training ground. Let's say you switch over to Salesforce.com. Salesforce is, as of this time, the largest CRM in the world. It's a customer relationship management software where you plug in all the numbers for your customers and all that. It's terrific, and it's specifically targeted for the sales industry. They are a very, very large company. They're doing very well, and they have a very good sales team. I interviewed with them, and they told me the top guys are making $400,000 a year, making maybe 150 calls a day, something like that. So you could literally go from the best guy at the call center making $60,000 to doing the exact same thing for Salesforce.com and make $400,000 that year, or within a couple of years, just from changing what you're selling. Okay, just from changing your product. Same goes for women. If you guys hear me talk about the PUA industry, and the reason I don't like it is because they don't manage expectations properly. A lot of the stuff and the information is good, and a lot of the stuff that, Mystery and these guys, like, I've learned a lot from those guys, but they don't manage their clients' expectations properly, in my opinion, because they don't tell them that product is 80% of success. The reason I've had a lot of success with women is because I'm naturally kind of a decent looking guy, and then I put a lot of work into my fitness, and I put a lot of work into my style. So I'm selling a product that people want. If you're a 70-year-old man in a wheelchair, it's not going to happen. You're not going to get hot 21-year-old girls. Impossible, unless you literally pay for sex, right? Because you don't have the product that people want. And your product is going to determine 80% of your success. So before you beat yourself up about sales, if you're a salesman right now and you're not doing well, first you have to look at what you're selling. Are you selling a product that people want? And if you're not, you need to get into an industry that you can sell the product that people want. There's a reason I wrote books on how to fuck women properly and how to get laid on Tinder. Those were my two biggest articles. So that means that those were the biggest problems that guys were having. Not getting laid on Tinder and not being able to have sex the way that they wanted to. So I offered the biggest solutions. The highest demand on my site was for those two articles. So I wrote 2 books about them. And yes, I wrote sales pages around it, but 80% of the success of those books is based on the fact that they are products that people wanted. Okay, so you got to remember that. This is very, very important. It's like, you can make a ton of money selling real estate, but you're not going to make a ton of money selling soap door to door, because real estate is more in demand than some random guy showing up to your door selling soap, right? Next point, keys to the game: understand what you're selling. And this is something that you might have heard a bit if you're used to sales and you've been reading stuff on sales, but you really, really, really need to internalize this. What you're selling is a state. Okay, let me say that again. What you are selling is a state. All a product and service is designed to do is to make you feel good. That's it. Every single thing you buy is to make you feel better. From clothes to the food you eat to a new TV to a new car, everything is designed to give you a happier, positive state. That pizza you order is designed to make you feel good while you eat it. That new TV is designed to make you feel happy so you can watch your favorite movies and TV shows. That new car is designed to give you a comfortable ride to work, to give you a sense of pride when you're driving around. every single thing is for some type of happy state, whether it's self-esteem, whether it's for, enjoyment of the taste, enjoyment of the smell, enjoyment of music. Every single thing you're selling you're not selling the actual product or service, you're selling a state, okay? I'm selling you a state right now. The state I'm selling you is the state of happiness through success, right? I'm giving you a way to be successful in your career or in your social life that is going to make you feel good because you are able to get what you want, right? Or get more of what you want. If you take this sales guide and you add $20,000 to your income, you're going to feel good. You're going to feel more financially secure. All these things, right? Every single thing you're selling is a state. So once you understand that, you realize that all sales is state transference. Okay? And again, if sales is human behavior, like I've explained to you, then all human behavior is some type of state transference. You are trying to transfer your state to someone every time you speak to them, whether you want to or not. So to make that guy interested in buying from you or that girl interested in fucking you, you need to make that person feel good. And you need to make them feel good about the product now, and you need to project that they're going to feel good about the product into the future. So let's say you're selling insurance over the phone to some guy. You need to make him feel good that, look, you're not going to have to worry about your business anymore because, you buy our product. It's going to provide you that peace of mind, right? No more restless nights or whatever. And then you need to convince him that he's going to feel good in the future. And you're going to say, look, I get clients for a lifetime because I give superior service. If God forbid anything happens, I'm going to handle that. I'm going to handle your problem as best as humanly possible. Here's my cell number. If anything happens, someone breaks into your office, call me at 2:00 in the morning. I'll be over there. I'll be starting the claim. I'll be negotiating with the company on your behalf 24/7 till we get that resolved, right? And then you talk to him about how that's important to you and that you are in this business for a lifetime and you want clients for a lifetime. So in that way, that's just a very rough example, but you're saying you're making that guy feel good. He's feeling relaxed and more peace of mind right now, and you are projecting that relaxation and that peace of mind down into the future. Another good example is with a girl, right? And you're talking about, you're being your girlfriend. So you're making her feel good. You're making her laugh. She's attracted to you. She's having a great time. You're going to dinner and the movies or whatever. And then you start talking about the future and you're saying like, I really want to go to Hawaii, and you start describing Hawaii, and, you maybe say like it would be great to be able to take someone there and stuff like that. So you're selling her on feeling good with you right now as things are, and then you're selling her on a future with the two of you together, right? Assuming that you actually do feel these things. You're not just bullshitting to get in her pants, okay? Because that is going to make you unhappy, and I don't advocate lying to girls in that way, but you're selling her on that state, on the state now and the state in the future. Next point, keys to the game. Key transition phrases. These are specifically, you can use them verbally, but they work really well in email and stuff. And if you look at my articles, you'll see them all over the place, especially this one. The first one is "with that said." I can say anything and put "with that said" on the end of it, and it transitions, right? I know I just ran over your dog, but with that said, I still think you're a terrific fit for this product. The other one is "at the end of the day." What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything, but people say it all the time. Well, John, at the end of the day, what it comes down to is dollar for dollar, we are the best solution, right? At the end of the day, it's something that gives you that extra punch of certainty, and it's something that you can use as a transition phrase from anything. The sky is black, but at the end of the day, John, I just can't see how this product is not going to add value to your business, right? Literally anything you can do that, and it's awesome for emails. So in probably every client email that I use, that I sent when I was still in sales for like the last 2 years of my sales career, I probably used "with that said" in every single one. It's great for writing, and it's those transition phrases. You don't have to use those if they don't sound natural to you. You don't have to use them, but you can like modify them. But use those transition phrases because you always want to have that tone of certainty, and being able to segue from one thing to the other is a very useful tool to have.